have you healed every single person that has came through your doors?
No.
Okay. How committed are you to doing this? What's your non-negotiable? What's your line in the sand? Like, why is the time now? Because here's the thing, we can dream up all day. Why is the time now that you absolutely have to make this decision?
I just feel like now is the time, because I could go on right now the way I am forever and we would have a good practice and all of our needs are met, but I don't want to be this person anymore. I want to be bigger.
And I think that it's possible. You've been wanting to hire an associate, right? I think it's possible that there's a limiting belief in your mind that's like, but we're not doing all these other marketing platforms. We've really grown this organically based off of referrals. And if I bring somebody else in, I'm going to have to fill up their entire schedule too. Has that crossed your mind at all?
Definitely in severe.
Okay. So it's like we start to see all the decisions that we're making in our business. We're like, oh, we just can't find an aligned upper cervical chiropractor. I'm like, bro, I could find you one tomorrow if you really wanted it. If you really didn't have any limiting beliefs about it, if you weren't scared about it, if there wasn't a fear that you're not going to have enough overflow to share with them, we could find you one tomorrow. And so my challenge to you would be to claim that now, do something about it over the next 90 days. We don't need infinite amount of time to do it. Claim something now over the next 90 days that you are going to do that completely changes the game in marketing. We have a saying like, always be marketing. Every single day, always be marketing. There's something there about you not wanting to be seen that's tied to marketing. There's something there, and I don't know what it is yet, and maybe you don't know, maybe you do, and you'll share, that all of it is tied together, where I think we have an identity that is the nice guy that cares a lot, that's going to do whatever's necessary for the patient in front of you to help them. And you think if you start showing up in a bigger way, that there's going to be a repercussion of some sort.
My husband and I started a catering business a couple years ago, and I have the beginnings of potentially a beautiful automation business. And I'm ready for that to stop being my backup, because I will always play it safe if I'm continuing to stay there. I need to have the conversation and set an end date, because I want to leave it gracefully and beautiful and allow our patients to have a beautiful experience with someone else.
This is why you're not allowed to bring your team to Wealthy Practitioner events. I told y'all don't believe me. You're like, Steph just trained my team. If Monica, wherever she is, not in here, thank God, okay? If she puts in a notice, I'm gonna be like, buy the clinic, okay? You can just have it. Oh, she's over here crying, okay. You're not allowed to quit, okay? This is why you don't bring your team to Wealthy Practitioner events. I'm gonna say it until I'm blue in the face, and I just hope you guys listen. But also, I'm so happy you're here. And I know we've been chatting in DMs. And girl, your catering business is crushing it. And I think July is way too long. I'm going to allow you to say July in your head. And then on Monday, when you go in and have the conversation, you're going to say, listen, I really need to pour my time and energy into my family in this catering business. And I'm so grateful for the opportunity that you've given me, because you were going to buy that practice, weren't you? And so you say, I've made the decision to not buy this practice, and I am going to go all in on my catering business because I love you, respect you in our relationship. I'm going to give you 90 days. I'm going to train them. I'm going to make sure every SOP is the way that it needs to be. And then if we do not find somebody by the end of the 90 days and they're not well trained, I am leaving on April 1st. We're outsourcing our power still, and 6 months is so long to talk ourselves out of it. It's just too long. 6 months is way too long, because you're going to be met with something. Here's what's going to happen. This is how it always goes. You're going to say, I'm putting in my notice, but it's a good source of income. And so all of a sudden the catering business is going to dip because your energy shifted. And then you're going to use that as evidence. Oh, I'm not supposed to leave. This is my security. This is my blanket. And then you're going to make a decision to stay, because in your head it was 6 months, and you're like, what's another 6 months? And that's how we end up in this position in the first place, where you're now in a place that you don't feel fully aligned with. And so you're going to go in on Monday, and you're going to give 90 days, which is more than generous, more than enough. I think every owner in the room would take a 90-day notice and feel that that's gracious, especially with the longevity of the relationship. And you're going to tell your husband, we are blowing this fucking catering business up. And overnight, you're going to have double the amount of revenue. But you have to open up capacity for that to happen. We have to be available that this other thing can grow, because the other side of that, because you have this other thing going over here, you've actually capped the potential and the growth of the catering business by not having more capacity. Life will never be the same if you let this work change your life. I promise you. Because this is the work that has transformed me. That's why I can't get off the topic of mindset and identity with you guys. Because you want to know how I print money. This is the shit that prints money.